Freeman.
What the fuck is wrong with my camera?
You got to turn off the auto exposure. That's what it is. You're overexposed.
It's right next to the.
So I guess the countdown I did just means nothing.
Nah, I was there.
And I guess the "Are we ready?" Yes, it's meaningless. Why do I even ask?
Well,
What's the point?
I said yes.
Right, I was ready then. You made.
All right, well here we are, Fly Degenerates
Hey.
Live Show, Thursday night, September 25th. We got Seahawks, Cardinals. We got Week 4 picks. We got Week 3 recap. We're officially, after this weekend, be a month into the season. We got another Monday night doubleheader. We got our first European game. And most importantly, we got a new starting quarterback in town. There's a new sheriff in town.
Right.
There's
The
a new
young
dart
gunslinger.
thrower in town. Word Life, I know you've got some thoughts on the Giants' performance Sunday night against the Chiefs. I know you've got some thoughts on the new starting quarterback who's going to save the franchise.
New darting quarterback.
Nice.
Oh, pardon me. The new darting quarterback who's going to save the franchise.
Right.
How are we feeling right now? Let's hear it. Let it rip. Let it out. Let's start with Sunday night. What was your?
Okay.
Because I know you had some thoughts on how that game turned out with the Chiefs and Russ let Russ cook.
Yeah, that fell short. Nah, man, that was pathetic, man. You know, that performance was so bad. The Chiefs didn't look good at all. But damn, man, I was just sitting there, man, just punching my fucking pillow, man, yelling at the TV because it's like you can't scheme neighbors open, but at least if you can't do that, which I don't understand how you can't do that. Okay, let's say you can't do that. Utilize the fact that they're doubling, tripling teaming him. Utilize that. That shit is a simple. I was begging, just do one receiver screen and then do one fake receiver screen later. That's all I was saying. I just kept saying, a fucking receiver screen fake to neighbors and let any of your speedsters fucking hire. I don't care. Put the tight end. I don't care. Just fake a fucking screen and let them jump on neighbors and you fucking throw it over. But it's like, yo, that shit, it was pedestrian at best, man. That shit was, I felt like I was watching high school football. I haven't felt that fucking helpless and so confused. Like, this is not an NFL team, man. That's all I kept saying. I was like, that's not NFL team, bro. That's not an NFL team. That's not an NFL coaching staff. That shit is disastrous. That shit is disastrous. And to pinpoint, and yeah, Russ is gonna take a lot of it because he can't fucking see over the line, and but yo, the play calling is horrendous, man. Like Russ is like third on the fourth on the to blame list. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is just, it's disgusting, disturbing. The Chiefs gave you that game. You couldn't even fucking, Pat Mahomes. That was the illest fucking that was top 10 Pat Mahomes play of all time to fucking recover that fucking fumble. That shit was fucking crazy. You're a fucking linebacker, okay? How the fuck you let him take that? God damn, whatever happened to the fucking falling on the fucking ball? I used to get fucking yelled at for trying to scoop the fucking ball. Motherfucking fall on the ball, bro. What happened to that? What the hell happened? I don't see nobody fucking falling on the ball. Fucking lineman is taking shit to the fucking house. Fall on the goddamn ball. I would have won the fucking Rams pick. God damn it. But anyway,
Jets might have won that game too.
There you go.
Well, at least we got that great Aaron Glenn dance. But I have a question for you about the Giants.
That shit was hard. Yeah.
Wait a minute. You don't get to say that was hard because you're the same guy. Was it just last week? Oh, the coaches, they can't be celebrating like the players. I was specifically remembering you saying that, and I was going to bring that up. But we'll talk about that later. I want to ask you about the Giants first.
Yeah, let's take the Giants.
Because I have a question.
Yeah.
Is Kayvon Thibodeau a bust? He was what was he? Third overall pick? Second overall pick?
Fourth? Fifth?
Fifth? Fifth? I think he was top 5.
Yeah, I think he's a bust compared, like, to where you picked him,
Well,
but
Yes.
I'm
yeah. Well, that's what I mean.
yeah, to where you picked him, yeah. But he's a productive player, but he's not a obviously when you
Is
pick
he?
the
I
top
don't even
five.
feel like. I don't know, man. I feel like he is a very. He's a above average pass rusher.
I feel like he
Yeah,
only shows up when he knows there's like cameras and shit to like
Well, it's funny
you know
that you
what
say that because I put a bet on him to have a sack in that game because I remember I think it was a game. It must have been 2 years ago. Might have been his rookie year. What was it? It wasn't it a game against Washington. It was like a primetime game that he was just all over the place, just
right,
causing
he had three
havoc.
Washington,
sacks. He
Washington,
had three
right,
It was
sacks.
against Washington,
right,
right?
yeah,
And I remember after that game, there was a lot of talk about is this gonna be like is he like a like people were giving him a lot of credit like he's he was a prime time type of player and that's the last time I remember him doing anything relevant was whenever that game was. And then I was thinking to myself, maybe it could be the fact that the Giants have kind of been they haven't had a lot of primetime games, and when they haven't really felt like big time games. This game, I felt like, okay, at least they're going against the Chiefs. They're at home. This is as big of a game as the Giants have kind of had in a while. Still early enough in the season. They're coming off of a big offensive explosion the week before. I felt like there was reason to have some excitement going into that game. So I was thinking maybe this is a game where we see him, make noise.
right.
And I was so I was specifically watching him, looking at him, and I was just thinking to myself like, he's a fine pass rusher, but you did not draft him where you drafted him for him to just be a fine pass rusher. And especially I feel like the last couple of years, you could excuse it away that there's so many other holes on the defense. They still hadn't drafted this guy
Carter
yeah, and I was like,
or
yo,
Burns.
there's no excuse. Like I went into last season saying that this is, and I feel like I still hear people saying the best defensive line in football, or they have the defensive line has the capability of this and capability of that. At what point is it just like, nah, we haven't seen it.
Right. Nah, I mean, yeah, I agree as far as the busting, but he had 10 and a half sacks. What was it?
Pardon me.
Season before? I think he had 10 and a half last season, I think. Or was it the season before that? Matter of fact, the season before that, he had 10 and a half, I think. Um, and he's what? He's a young guy, man. He's not old. He's not that old. There's still potential there. I mean, if you're not gonna sign him, I mean, you could find somebody to trade for him. He got 10, like I said, he had 10 and a half sacks. He's a lot of people are talking good about him this year because of the QB rushes and hurries or whatever stats they come up with now. So I
Yeah,
think
you know how I
he's
feel about that. I don't like that.
yeah, exactly. He's had this, like according, but I'm saying what I'm trying to say is that you could package it, you could sell it. You know what I'm saying that,
Yeah, I hear you.
he still hasn't seen his best years and shit. I think at least.
But I think one of the problems is though I think he comports himself as if he is one of those. You know what I'm saying? He seems like he obviously every athlete has to kind of have that mentality, but I just feel like he thinks that he's that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's almost like, maybe that rubs, people certain people the wrong way, and like the arrogance and stuff like that, because I heard about that even in the pre-draft process, because he was, initially he was supposed to be like a top two
Yeah.
pick, because if we remember,
Right.
the first overall pick in that draft was, it was Javon Walker, right?
No, that wasn't that the
Uh, no, not
that was the
Javon
sauce and that
Walker.
was the sauce and stingy.
Tavon Walker.
Trayvon Walker. Right. Trayvon Walker. Whatever. Trayvon Walker. Yeah.
Trayvon, yeah, and
Jaguars.
then it was, Hutchinson as well.
Yep. Was it? And then Stingley and
Yeah,
then Sauce?
and
Was
then
it like that?
Sauce, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know what I'm saying? That he was supposed to be the top guy going into that draft season, going into that college season, in a draft that wasn't a quarterback draft. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
like he fell off from that, and a lot of it had to do with kind of like his, he had like a lot of off field, not concerns, but off field interests, if
Right,
I
right,
remember
yeah, yeah,
correctly. And I
yeah.
just feel like he still kind of conducts himself in that manner, even the way he talks. Like anytime I see an interview, he like, he just seems condescending all the time. So maybe that rubs certain people the wrong way because, like you said, he's not a bust in the traditional sense of the word,
Right,
but compared to what he was supposed to be,
right.
apart from his draft position, you know what I'm saying? Like what he
No,
was like
definitely.
hyped up to be originally, yeah, he's kind of a bust.
Right. So, but I mean, I mean, he's our second best still. Yeah, I mean, I think he's been more active than Abdul for behind the line of scrimmage at least. Um, he looks like he's trying to prove something. He's
You
trying
think
to play
he's
for something.
second best? He's been better than Brian Burns.
No, Burns. I'm talking about from the edges. Burns is
Oh, so
definitely
you're
number
not
one.
including
Dex,
Dexter
no,
Lawrence.
no, I'm not including Dex. No, out of the three, I mean,
So he's
the
the
three.
he's the second best of the three. Okay, I don't know that is very complimentary, but I got you.
Right. Well, Burns is pretty good, man. He's turning heads. At least he's making me a believer, or more of a believer than he did last year. So, but yeah, but as far as that goes, yeah, man, fucking that was pathetic. It was time for a change. I haven't. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, you should put Winston and all that. But Dart is the second string quarterback for a reason. You named him that. I thought it should have been Winston. There's a reason. Maybe they know something I don't know. Maybe, it's the whole Tommy DeVito thing all over again, where just feed the fans what they want to see. Um, but I would have liked to gone through the two veterans first, pick a better landing spot for Dart. But I knew they weren't going to do that because, you know, I saw the play from last year. They're gonna get their rookie quarterback, and they're gonna try to stretch that as much as they can. But it's the writing's on the wall, bro. You're not gonna win with Dart. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's lights out for this regime regardless, in my opinion. The only person that could fuck that up is Mara, and you know they could sell him. You could sell him. Fucking, I don't even know. Send him a fucking wet dog
So
for a fucking quarterback, and he'll fucking
what
buy
does
it.
that even mean? Wait, but so
Air
um,
Bud, you can sell him Air Bud, and he'll start him as a
do
quarterback.
you think that because
Jimmy
you were the
Whisper.
first one that I know of that was saying that um that this whole plan was going to be a shield, that they was going to try to draft a quarterback to try to save the jobs. Um, but it sounds to me like you don't think that they can save their jobs.
No, Dart would have to perform so crazy, and I hope in a way I hope it happens, but nah, man, I don't think they can do it. But the only reason is, remember, everything was off the quote. Remember the whole Daniel Jones experience and the whole Mara quote. That's what bred that idea where, you know every time they showed Mara's face was, oh well, we didn't do Daniel Jones no favors. Daniel Jones, it's our fault. We didn't take care of Daniel Jones. We gave him, three different head coaches. Blah, 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 blah. So if Mara really believed that, which I believe that he did believe that shit, how you gonna turn around? And I think I said this on the rant. I think when I ranted about not firing Dable and Shane, I mentioned this exact thing that's happening. I said this is the perfect time to cut ties with this regime and bring a new coach with a new quarterback, so then you could, you don't do the same shit you did with what you said, quote unquote, that we did to Daniel Jones. Now you're forced to do this. Either you're gonna keep the regime and the fans are gonna fucking revolt, right? Or you're gonna put him in the same position you fucked Daniel Jones, that you claimed was the reason that fucked Daniel Jones. And the way things is looking in Indy, you might have been right. You might have fucked Jones up. So now you're gonna do the same shit with Dart. So what the fuck what are you like? This guy is a fucking old geezer, bro. I feel bad, but at some point, at some point you just gotta lay down, bro. You just got your heartbeat enough, bro. Lay down, take a chill pill, let somebody else run the team, man. But this is stupidity. It's stupidity, bro. Stupidity.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're going through this. I'm hoping that. I mean, I don't know. I want to say I hope that Jackson Dart does well, but I don't even know if that's. I don't know if that bodes well because then that just makes it more possible that there's this regime that has
Right,
proven that they don't know what they're doing is going to stay. So
right.
it's a mess. We'll see
A
if
mess.
we get airplanes flying over top again. I hope
Right.
that we see
I
that. I'm
will
looking
say
forward to that.
this. I will say this because I don't want to be Mr. Negative or like whatever, man. It's a different quarterback. It's a kid. Fans to be a bit excited is cool, man. It's cool to be excited. Just don't be the fucking delusional. And that's my problem with these fans. Like, bring him in. Yeah, he's gonna win games. I I don't see it. I hope I'm wrong. I don't see the kid coming in against the Chargers and balling out till we get dubs and shit like that. I don't see it. The Saints
And
next
then they're
week,
gonna
maybe
get
that's a
mad.
different story, huh?
And then they're gonna get mad that he didn't win.
No, and then
You know what I'm
it's the
saying?
coaches, it's the coaches, it's the coaches. No, nigga, it's a rookie quarterback that was a second
He's a
round grade.
bomb.
That had a second round grade that you fucking jumped up to get him to save your fucking ass. That's what that is. Anyway, I don't want to bore you, and I don't want to get too
No, this is
emotional.
not
You're
boring at
riled
all.
up.
But okay, so now we'll go to what you were saying because I was planning on asking you about the Aaron Glenn thing too.
Hmm.
Where
Okay, so
how
let
do
me
you
say this.
go ahead?
Okay, I thought about you personally right when I saw it, but remember, my thing is I like the little dance. That shit is cool. My thing is when you're with the with the team with the kids jumping into the shoulders, fucking doing handshakes, like like shit like that is what really bothers me. But I thought the little dance was cool. I think that was grown up. He did a little thing, boom, boom,
So
and
the dance
calm
is
down.
okay, but not no handshakes with the players.
No handshakes, not the like if you dapping them up and you're like, good play, baby. I like at least, you know, maybe I took too hard of a stance on it. I
You don't like pre like like pre determined and like practice celebration. You are okay with celebrations that seem authentic. Like
right.
because it just seems like the other ones you're like trying to fit in and be cool with the
Yeah,
players.
and I don't want you acting out of character. Like you're the grown up in the room. Like it's one thing to be like, yeah, fuck, let's fucking go. Then that's one thing, and then the other thing is, fucking running up to the fucking kid and jumping in the air with him and hugging him and letting him carry you. And that to me, that you're supposed to be the adult in the room, and you should act like that. You know what I mean? Like that's my opinion, and that maybe that's just the coaches that I prefer. Like the coaches that come up to while the players are coming in and what I'm saying? It's good shit, good job, good job, good job. That we're still in the game type shit. And then also, it was a timely dance. Like, bro, you thought you were gonna win the game. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like the nigga.
I don't know.
It was a
I
lot
don't
of
know
time.
about that.
I thought so too. There was a lot of time, but
But I feel like that's what makes it bad. That's what
right,
makes it a meme. That's
right,
what makes it a joke. The fact that the
yeah,
timing of it.
right,
Yeah,
right,
but I can't go with that, man, because
You can't go
I
with
mean,
what?
with like the timing, like you have to celebrate the play. You know what I'm saying? Because what's he gonna do that after? Like if they win after, then it would look ridiculous because you know what I'm saying? Like if okay, there's one thing. If you were going to do that, either you do it right after the play or you don't do it at all. Because you can't do something like that after you find out and everything is okay. You know what I'm saying?
right.
That's like even like because check how it went down. They were getting the ball back and uh you know they were it was very clear that they were going to get a field goal. And then because I think we had three TVs out because the Mets game was on as well. So I was like looking all over the place. And I was like, yo, I don't know, man. Um he's gotten close a couple of times, man. If they go for it, I think maybe he gets it this time. as I told my son.
Who's he?
And Will McDonald.
Come on, man.
Sorry,
Tell a story the right
but
way.
because we're talking about the same play. So I'm sorry. So Will McDonald the fourth. Um, he had been getting close a couple times
Fucking asshole.
on previous play.
Will
So a couple
McDonald the
times he had gotten
fourth.
close. He got mad close, and he like even I think he got a penalty against him as well, like a holding penalty, whatever. So I told my son, I was like, "Yo, if they go for a field goal, man, he's been getting kind of close. I don't know, man. I think maybe he can get it." So whatever,
Nice.
I'm watching all the other games, and then I like because this is what sucks about the like having different TVs on. Some are ahead, like and even the red zone sometimes are ahead.
Right.
So I'm focusing on the main TV, and I guess my son looked over to the right that there was a TV that was ahead, like one of the boxes, and he goes, he blocked it, and I'm like, and it hadn't happened on the big TV yet, and I'm like, what do you mean? And he goes, he blocked the kick. And I go, like I said? He goes, yeah. And then I see the play and he's going for it and he's running down the field and we're both going crazy. And then it's like as soon
Oh,
as he
you were
scored it,
doing
and
the
then
Aaron Glenn dance too? You and your son?
well, I didn't have enough space to do it, but but then I was like, as soon as that, I give him a couple daps and shit like that. I was like, yo, that's crazy. Like I predicted, and then I'm like, fuck, there's too much time left. And then it kind of was just like, oh god damn it. But that's almost like, okay, I shouldn't have celebrated. Like I felt stupid celebrating after, but it's like you can't control that like when the actual a play like that is happening. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Because if it's just like a big defensive stop or something like that, that's one thing. But if you're talking about jumping over the line, blocking the kick, and
Right.
scoring a touchdown that puts you ahead, I feel like there's a little bit more leeway there.
Right. I just like I said, like the little run thing is cool and all that. Um, I don't really find that nothing wrong with that. It's more like the jumping in the air and acting like one of the players. You know what I mean? Like it's better. I'd rather you hold it to the end of the game and fucking give a yeah, I fucking told you, yeah, we're better, you know, all that shit at the end. But I know I just feel like conduct yourself a little better than some of these guys have been doing. But you know,
Like Nick
I'm an
Sirianni,
old
I
That's what
feel
I was
guy.
just
like
about to say.
I
Yeah,
This
feel
is
just
like
all
you're.
about Nick Sirianni. But I agree with what you're saying about. I 100% agree with everything you're saying about Aaron Glenn. I thought it was great. I didn't have any issues with the timing of it at all. I was just saying,
right.
I forget what your exact words were, but you were like it was good because of the timing of it, and I was like, the timing of it was kind of the problem. Not that it was a problem that he did it at that time. I just mean the way that it all ends up playing out, the
Of
timing of
course,
it
of
was
course,
the ended up
of
being the
course.
problem. Not in his control, but you
Yeah.
know, those are the dangers. You know, those are the dangers
Mm.
of getting
But
emotional and
but the thing
reacting
is,
before the game is over.
if everybody were to act like that, sports would be stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like okay, don't talk. You know, like you can't get wide receivers talking shit. You can't get defensive players talking shit. You know you can't get Baker Mayfield acting like he does because then if you have to wait till the end, it's like oh okay, if we win or lose, that's when you get to react. It's like pointing at the scoreboard. That's the most you can do. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like that's the risk. That's the risk you got to take.
No, yeah, of course.
You know what I'm
I will
saying?
say I do have an appreciation for the the non-reaction. I love that. Like when Lindor was knocking those unbelievably enormous bombs and acting like it was
Yeah.
fucking April.
Which he
The
which
fact
he
that he
literally
was
just
reacting that way made it even better to me.
Right.
And
which he
even that
literally just
Eagles
did.
play,
Well,
the way that Jalen Hurts reacted to that shit to me was hard.
yo, but you
Right.
know it's funny that you mentioned the one about the Lindor last year because I it was so great because I that was he hit that crazy homer I believe it was against the Brewers. Yeah, it was against the Brewers where he didn't react or whatever. But then after they had won the series, he did a post game interview where he was just like talking calmly or whatever, and then they were taking a team picture like right next to it, like as soon as, because they were calling him over, they were like dragging him over for to take the picture, the team picture, because all the wives and everything was there, and the switch that he flipped into going absolute maniac, like you said, Cheeks, like shit, fucking go, like all that shit was just so perfect, because it was like he was like it was almost like a serial killer where you can go into that mode and be like, yeah, nigga, like, of course, I'm fucking Francisco Lindor, I do this, baby.
Right.
And then being like, oh, okay, let's flip out now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
that's kind of cool. Being able to like flip your emotions on and off while being authentic at the same time is another step to coolness when it comes to sports celebration.
No, facts.
Yes. Well, speaking
Yeah,
of
that shit is.
flipping your emotions, I think it's time for us to flip our emotions. Because last week was a rough week. None of us did particularly well. So I think it's time we flip our emotions and get locked in for this week and try to make some good picks. First couple of weeks are always tough. I feel like week 4 is hopefully when we start to round into shape. We start to get a little better of a read on some of these teams. As of right now, current standings, Flex and I are both 4-5, tied with the Box. Box is also 4-5. Word Life, rough start to the season, 1-8, back-to-back 0-3 weeks. So you're due. You're due for a big week this week. You did hit the Cam Scatterboo touchdown. That was a big plus for you.
Horrendous.
But we need a bounce back. We need a bounce back this week. I was glad I didn't take the Jets. The Jets covered because I didn't take them. But then I was looking at this week and I was like, oh man, I don't know how I'm gonna resist that Jets as a dog against the Miami team that I've been trying to fade all year. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see what picks end up being available. We'll do it the same way we've been doing it. Picks draft, snake draft style. I will start it off, then Flex, then Word Life. 2 picks. We'll go through 3 rounds, and then we'll do Moneyline Parlay draft. First pick is 3 points. Second pick is 2 points. Third pick is 1 point. Current point standings. Box has 10. I have 9. Flex has 8. Word Life 2 points. But it's still early. Still early. We still got time. It's a long, long season. All right, so I'll get us started off with my first pick. It was tough for me to decide who I wanted to go with my first pick. A lot of picks on the board that I like. There's a lot of games that I'm excited to watch, and I'm almost kind of like I don't really want to have too much investment in the game because I want to be able to enjoy the football and not be stressing over the number. But, you know, this is what we do, so this is the life we chose. So yeah, I'm gonna start it off. My first pick. Oh man, I'm debating between 3 picks, and I'm trying to strategize now so I can see what's left over. But I'll take the Rams. I'm gonna take the Rams. Give 3.5. Rams at home. They have my red hot, scorching, piping hot Colts. It's tough for me to fade my Colts, but I feel like I've been equally high on the Rams. So I feel like a back-breaking loss, not only losing, but obviously, you know, that was the talk of the weekend was how the Rams both lost and did not cover that crazy wild game where they were dominating against the Eagles. You know, it's funny how when you lose, it just goes in the books as a loss. Nobody cares about how the Rams dominated that game, the whole game. Nobody cares. Nobody's talking about the Rams as a Super Bowl contender. Nobody's talking about the Rams how good they've played to start the year. You lose the game, you go into the back burner. But for me, I feel like I was impressed with what the Rams did in that game. I think they got way too conservative on the road in the second half offensively. No points in the second half is just unacceptable, especially from a Sean McVay offense. But I feel good about Sean McVay at home. I hate laying 3.5, but there's 3.5s all over the board, so I feel like I was gonna have to lay 3.5 or take 3.5 somewhere. There's a couple 3.5s that I like, but I just feel like the way that the last couple of years have been going, man. You used to look at a 3.5 and you felt good about it. You had a field goal and the hook in the pocket, and those shits just have not been covering. The Dogs have not been performing for the last 2 years. I feel like three weeks into the season, I just feel like that trend might continue this season. And until things swing back in the direction of the Dogs, I'm probably gonna be looking for favorites that I like. And I just feel like this Colts team is due for a letdown. As much as I like the Colts team, they're 3-0, but 2 of those wins are against what I believe to be the 2 worst teams in the league, in the Dolphins and the Titans. So I mean, they got a very fluky win against the Broncos. They probably should have lost that game. I still believe in the Colts. I still think they'll probably be a playoff team. It's looking like they're going to be right in position to win the division, but I think this is a matchup where I think this is where Danny Dimes falls back to earth a little bit. I think the Rams are looking to get back on the winning streak after losing on the road. They're back at home, back in LA, so I'm going to take the Rams. I'll lay 3.5, and hopefully they they can end this wave of as much as I've liked the Colts play, I feel like this whole hype machine has gotten real full steam ahead a little bit. So hopefully the Rams slow that down a little bit. But that'll be my pick, taking the Rams, giving 3.5.
Alrighty, so for my 3-point pick, I'm gonna go with the Pittsburgh Steelers, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I know the Vikings. Obviously they blew out a lifeless Bengals team. The Steelers didn't look particularly great, but I just feel like, Carson Wentz. I think we have enough Carson Wentz data that shows what ends up happening eventually to Carson Wentz. He could come in and look great 1 second and then fall completely flat, especially when you have a defense that's gonna, not saying that the Steelers defense has been particularly great, but just have the threat of those edge, TJ Watt, Highsmith and all that. I just feel like the threat of that is going to get into Carson Wentz's head a little bit. I know it's in London, but they both. This is not
in
next.
London. It's in Dublin, my friend, Ireland.
Dublin.
That's I thought that was why you're taking them. The Rooney family.
London.
They used to be ambassadors to Ireland. That's where the Juju's at.
London and Jace. But I don't. It's not like, because I know the Vikings are going to be there for 2 weeks. So, but it's not like this is the second game where they're kind of like acclimated as well. Give me the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers. He also played the Vikings defense close last year. Maybe he's a little bit more prepared to, he's got some tricks up his sleeve for the Brian Flores defense. So give me the Steelers in Dublin getting 2.5 points.
We have a little note on that game. Last time Mike Tomlin coached a game internationally, it was actually against the Vikings in 2013. They lost.
There you go. All right. So it's been bad for me, as we stated. So let me try to turn this thing around here, man. All right. With my 3-point pick, I'm going to go with this because I want to change. I want to turn around so bad that I'm going to go with this fucking team here. I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns getting 10 at Detroit. That's how bad I want to turn this around. Yeah, man. I mean, the defense is good. I know the Lions are really hot right now. It's kind of a, they did a 360 after week one, and they looking, they're making statements out here, bro. That Monday night game, that was a statement win, man. So they look good doing it. And I didn't think I thought the Ravens were gonna get that one, but the Browns look good too, and golf is a pocket passer, so the Browns, that D line looked serious, the secondary looked decent. Um, the Lions went in their bag a little bit. I think they were listening to the whispers, and they went, the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator went in their bag to try to pull out some tricks, try to do their best Ben Johnson impression. You know what I mean? And it looked good, but uh, I'm gonna go with the Browns here. I'm gonna go with that tough defense, 10 points. Um, just hoping the Browns keep it close, and Lions probably win that one. With my 2 point pick, I'm gonna go Monday night. I'm gonna go with the Broncos at home at home against the Bengals. Giving 7.5. The Bengals just looked horrendous. Browning seems like he can't get behind that O line, can't get his feet together behind that O line. Um, and the Broncos defense should make it tough for him all day. And I'm not saying that the Broncos gonna light it up on the scoreboard because Bo Nix looks a little off. I mean, he looks like what I thought he would have looked last year. Um, but I think they're gonna stick around. They're gonna be, the the Bengals will give up the ball enough for them to get that 7.5. In my opinion, I hope I'm right because I'm looking. I need some assistance here. So that's my.
I need some assistance. Pulling that one out in week 4 is
That shit killed me, man. That the Eagles did
demoralizing.
it too. The Eagles did it too. That shit hurt.
All right, so for my 2 point pick, sorry to do this to you, Cheeks, but I'm gonna have to go with the Los Angeles Chargers of San Diego, giving
Nice.
6 points to the New York Giants. I just feel like this is a rough spot for Jackson Dart. Uh, what are they going to put? Like this is a defense that you're not going to like pull out all the stops and kind of on your first start know how to, know all the wrinkles and maybe throw a trick play or two in there, something like that. You're not gonna do that against this team on your first start. So also the way Justin Herbert is playing, I don't know, man. I just it's hard. It's hard for me to see them keeping it to less than a touchdown. Give me the Chargers 2 point pick. Lock it in.
Nice.
Got a note for you on that game too. Jim Harbaugh 8-0 straight up against rookie quarterbacks. 4-0 with the Chargers against rookie quarterbacks. 7-3 against the spread against rookie quarterbacks.
Phew.
I like the pick.
Well, guess what? Word life.
Oh,
On
snap.
guard.
Uh-oh, me.
On guard. I'm gonna take the Bengals. My 2 point pick. I'm gonna take the Bengals. I'm gonna take the 7.5 going into Denver. I think Denver should win the game, but I just don't have any faith right now in Bo Nix to put points on the board. I like a team coming off a blowout. The Bengals are still 2-1, so it's not as though you have a totally deflated and demoralized team. This isn't late in the season when I would expect that the Bengals are sort of like packing it in. And the Bengals owe the Broncos one for last year. They beat them last year in OT at the end of the game, at the end of the season, and then the Broncos ended up smashing the Chiefs and keeping the Bengals out of the playoffs. I think the Bengals have some pride on the line in this game. I don't think Browning is as bad as he showed in that game. We saw Browning have success. Obviously going into that game, there was a lot of talk about how Browning has operated that offense with success when Burrow has been out. I think he'll figure out a way to move the ball. The Broncos D has been good, but it has not been as locked down as they were last season. And I just 7.5 just feels like too many points for me. I think the Bengals should be able to compete in the game. I mean, they barely cover 7.5 in the season opener against Tennessee. Why should I feel like the Bengals offensively couldn't at least perform? And they should have lost that fucking game at home against Tennessee. They were lucky to even come close to covering that game.
True.
I don't know. I think a bounce back spot for a Bengals team that might still have some fight in them. And I just don't trust Bo Nix to be able to run up the score and keep that 7.5 in play. So I'm going to take the Bengals. I'll take those points. I think the Broncos may very well win the game, but I think the Bengals should be able to be competitive. Their defense is improved, and Bo Nix I'll need to see a real serious performance by Bo Nix. And look, maybe this is the spot where he does it. Maybe this is where he finally figures it out. Things click against a not very good Bengals defense. But until I see that, from what I've seen from Bo Nix for these first couple of weeks, I don't think he has it in him to put the points on the board to cover a 7.5 point spread. I think the Bengals offense is going to be looking for a bounce back, so I'm going to take that 7.5, and we are going to go head to head, my friend.
Nice. Let's go.
So I'm taking the Bengals. That's 2-point pick. 3
I love
points.
that pick.
1 point. Pardon me. Oh, you like that pick? Thought you might. And my last pick, 1-point pick. You know what? Give me the Cowboys. I'll take another 7-point
Ooh, I
spread.
like it.
I would have made this my first pick if you were giving me CeeDee Lamb, but with CeeDee Lamb out, I'm much less confident in the Cowboys' ability to run a functional offense. I mean, regular season Dak at home. I mean, he's always had CeeDee Lamb, so it's going to be interesting to see what it looks like without CeeDee Lamb. But obviously, they do have George Pickens. This is George Pickens' opportunity to prove whatever he's ever going to prove. If he's going to prove it, this is going to be the spot. He's going to have he'll obviously be the lead. You expect him to be the leader in targets. I think Dallas is looking for a bounce back. And if this is worth anything, Jerry Jones, this is the most important game of the season for him, going up against Micah Parsons.
He's conveyed that, definitely.
If that has any value whatsoever, this is where it's going to come into play. He desperately wants to win this game, and I think that whatever stops needed to be pulled out, turning off the water in the locker room, whatever the fuck Jerry can do to fuck niggas up, he's going to do it in this game because he wants to win this shit desperately. Tough for the Pack. I don't like going against the Packers coming off of an embarrassing road loss, but similar to how I view the Broncos, Packers offense is banged up. No Jaden Reed, which I think was significant last game. He does not have reliable pass catching targets to go to. So again, I just think that the spread is big enough that I think Dak can manufacture offense. He's always been able to move the ball at home. To be honest with you, the worst time he had moving the ball at home was probably the last time they played the Packers in that home playoff game. But I think that was just an avalanche of circumstance. I don't know that I expect the Packers to smash them like that again. Maybe they will, but I want to see it. I think that the Dallas is going to come into this game very motivated. Green Bay coming off back-to-back road games, and again, I just don't know that I believe in Jordan Love to put up the points to cover a big spread like that. So I'll take 7 with the home dog Dallas Cowboys in prime time Sunday night. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, and the gang. Let's see what happens, but I'll take them for my last pick. Dallas at home getting 7.
Nice.
Alrighty. Well, I thought you were going to take this pick from me, which is my, 1-point pick that did me well last week. And that's my Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, I knew it.
Getting 5.5 versus a Patriots team that I feel like gets a little bit too much credit just for anything they do right now. We saw the fumble issues. Granted, they probably should have won that game because one of them was from Andre Stevenson, literally going in for a touchdown, so fumbled. Um, but he's had those fumble issues in the past, and they keep giving him the ball. Drake May, I know people want to make him, the next QB thing, but he's gonna have to prove it first. Um, I feel like the Carolina Panthers, they looked dead the first couple games, but like last year, they looked dead for a long time, and then they kind of flipped the switch. So maybe the switch was flipped a little bit earlier. Uh, this year as opposed to last year. And like I said, they're going against a Patriots team that kind of they either keep games close and they look for a way to give it away at the end or somehow, some way or another. So give me the Panthers, getting 5.5 as my 1 point pick.
Nice.
Love it. And you're right. I was thinking about taking that pick. The one thing that to be honest with you, just now, looking at the spread that it went back up to 5, I don't know. There's something about I need to see the Panthers with another solid performance.
Do it
Panthers
2 in a
coming
row.
off of a blowout like that makes me a little nervous, but I'm with you on all that, 100%.
Right. Yeah, I think we all thought about that pick. I didn't want to put it any higher than 1, but I also agree. I got to see it more than once. I'm a double. I'm a unguard you right back, Ho. I'm gonna go with my boys, man. I'm gonna go with my Packer boys, man. At the Cowboys after a tough loss, Parsons revenge game, no CD Lamb. I will tell you this, and I've said this off camera a few times. Dak he's balling, man. He's out there. He's really trying to prove something. But I think the Packers they got to win this game. They got to really bounce back after that loss. I think Parsons is gonna have these guys riled up. He's gonna be very involved in this backfield here against a team that shipped them out or whatever bad blood they had. I think the Packers need a bounce back, bro. That was a tough loss, and they need to look good. And the Cowboys can't stop the run. The Packers want to run the ball, I'm still on the fence with Jordan Love with you guys, but I lean that he will eventually become as good as people think he is now, to say the least. But I'll take the Packers. Giving 7 to the home dogs.
I like Jordan Love. Don't include me in the Jordan Love cynics. I like Jordan Love. I think he's good.
Yeah.
I just don't think the wide receivers are very good.
Okay. No, I thought we all was on the same, like, they crowning
Flex
him
hates Jordan
early.
Love, and I'm not a part of that. So I'm just making sure to distinguish myself.
I'm sorry.
I like Love.
I just need proof that you're one of the best quarterbacks, just like Justin Herbert, and he's proving it. He's proving it. Right. But I need somebody to prove it first before we're automatically saying that he's the next Hall of Fame quarterback. And
right. But media always does that. But I mean, he's a good. I think he's a good quarterback.
Media
that's how
always
I feel
wants
about
to be
Sauce
the first
Gardner.
one on.
Word Life, would you like to do a moneyline parlay pick?
Let's go. Yeah, man, I'm gonna go with. I gotta get something, so I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills here.
Buffalo Bills, they got no shot.
Some would say
man, we're
15
all
and a
gonna
half
leave that
shots.
15.5 on the board, man. That's
I know.
how you know the Saints are disgusting.
But you know what's crazy? It's the Bills are fucking home, and the Bills love to bully up on bad teams when they can.
All right. First pick, money line. I'm going with the Rams.
The Ramses.
Yeah, Yeah, it's a tough
All
coming
right.
off a tough loss like that. I think they bounce back.
I'll take the Chiefs. I'll take the Chiefs,
Ooh,
and
The
I'll
Chiefs
take the
rooms.
Houston Texans.
nice, nice.
Hmm. And I'm gonna take. No, no, I can't do it. No, I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna do it, but now I'm not gonna do it. And now I'm trying to read whatever my handwriting is. Um, I believe it's the Packers. Uh,
Ooh,
yeah, coming off that embarrassing wake up call, coming back to it.
all
I think that's what I wrote.
right. Give me. I got two right here, right?
Yes,
Give
sir.
me the Bears. Give me the Bears, and then give me the fucking home Jags. Oh wait,
The Jags are not at home.
I know my home.
They're in San Francisco.
He wants the home ones though.
I meant my yeah. I meant the guys from here, from where I am in
Oh,
Jacksonville.
your hometown. Gotcha.
The hometown. Okay, gotcha. But that's is it really your hometown or just like where you're presently living?
Right. That's what I meant. The home. I didn't say my home. I said the home.
No, I think it is your
Oh.
hometown. I think your hometown is where your home is.
True.
Yeah, but I mean,
Not where your heart is. It's definitely not where
Yeah.
your heart is.
Jose
It's not your
Rodriguez,
heart town. No, not your heart town.
wide receiver, Jacksonville, Florida.
Right.
Have you perfected your Duval chant yet or no?
Nah. I want to go. I want to go see. I think. Who do he play? He play somebody that I wanted to
Yo,
go
the
see.
Bills are minus 13. What is this? Minus 1350? Good lord.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
The
Jeez.
Bears.
So, God damn it, man.
Come on, do it.
I'm just getting.
Do it.
I'm just no.
Don't leave him for me. Do it.
Do it. Do it. I thought about it.
You know I'm gonna take him. Don't leave him for me.
All right, fine. Give me the fucking Jets.
Let's go.
Excellent.
They got to get one eventually.
Yeah,
This is
I was
it.
gonna take him, but I don't want to jinx. But I would have if you
Yeah,
weren't gonna take him,
exactly.
I would have had to take
I'm
him.
gonna stop. Yeah.
All right, word life. Your parlay: Buffalo, Chicago, San Francisco. Puts you at plus 226.
You did your last
Okay.
one.
Yeah. Jags.
Me,
and,
no, I was just trying to tally
oh.
these up while
my
they're
fault.
fresh on the top of mind here. Jets, Packers, Rams puts you at where are the Packers? Jets, Packers, Rams puts you at fucking double header Monday night's mad annoying. Plus 348. Okay, and I got the Chiefs, I got the Texans, and we'll close it out with Chiefs, Texans. I don't want to fuck up and take one that somebody already took like I did last week. That was stupid. Chiefs, Texans. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go Falcons, man. Let's go with a bounce. Let's go with a bounce back for the Falcons.
I like it.
I don't think
almost did it.
Jaden Daniels is playing.
Nah, he's not. But Flex's Mariota looked pretty good.
I tried to tell you.
Yo,
guys.
speaking of that, fuck you. This is bullshit. You did not tell anything about Mariota. You did the opposite.
Hey. Shit. I love how he did that. He sent that text. Though. That's what I said.
I was enraged, but I was like, let me not say anything because I don't want to do this right now.
I know he was. I knew he was.
Because I knew you were rage baiting me with that message.
Yeah.
But I'm not buying into it. But that's bullshit.
You
You
didn't,
did the
you didn't
opposite.
fall into my trap.
No, I'm a savvy vet here. All right, the mine adds up to 475 plus 475. All right, and where are we with the with tonight's game? Last I saw it was 7-3 Seahawks.
Yeah, I got the Hawks. I got the Hawks, and then I think I got I put a Hawks spread and money line, and then I put Walker anytime TD.
Walker anytime. Excellent. All right, so last things. What do we have? Any other last final predictions? Can I keep my touchdown streak going? They're 3-0
Right.
so far.
Right. Who'd you have? Who'd you have?
I had Judkins from the Browns.
Right. Yeah, it's a good one.
The only touchdown in the. Wait, was
that
it the
game?
only touchdown?
Nah, was it?
No, the Packers scored it. I forget who scored for the Packers. Was it Kraft?
Tucker Kraft. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
He's good, man.
I thought he was out.
Yo, I can't believe the Steelers are road underdogs on the road in Dublin. The Rooney patriarch, he must be spinning like a rotisserie in his grave right now. He must be spinning like the chickens you see in the front of Malecon, just
Right.
turning like, oh my God, can't believe my team is an underdog against Carson Wentz in his second start. What is going on?
Crazy. Yo, but I feel like the Vikings are an overseas team just because they're the Vikings. Like,
Yeah, they pillage and they plunder.
right.
That's what they do.
Do you think they take one of those pirate ships over to the fucking to the game? Like they push it off like Plymouth Rock or whatever and start rowing. Like they have the offensive line rowing over to fucking Ireland
Just to get hype?
They should.
Woo!
Wentz has that throwback face too, like fucking with one knee up, fucking George Washington, one knee on the fucking paddle boat.
Yeah, he does have that face.
With the Captain Morgan pose?
yeah.
Wow.
He has that face too. How about the box?
Oh yeah, don't let me forget the box.
The box is tight right now. She's trying to come. You know what I mean, show
The
me.
box this is a rough start for the box. Usually the box has already left us in the dust by week 3 or by week 4.
Yo, but it's been a crazy 3 weeks though, bro. Holy shit.
All right, pick one for the box.
It's a nice game. Oh,
Eagles.
yeah, I stayed away from that one.
Eagles, yeah. For me, it was gonna be Tampa, but no Mike Evans, man. I don't like that.
Yeah.
They got that fat nigga to
Now
stop tush push.
The Eagles feel right now like they're that team, bro. After that win,
But I kind of feel like the opposite. Well,
Really?
if you see that they're that team in terms of like they're just
They
getting
feel
every
it,
lucky
not-
break, then yes. But not
Yeah,
that they're, I don't feel like they're playing well.
the Chiefs of the past 2 years.
right? Like that's what I'm saying. Like they feel that way. Not saying that they are or that I feel that way. Saying that they feel like they can't lose if they try, which they did.
Does this count?
Yeah, I think so. I like that pick.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, lock it in.
Number 2. And then number 3, last but not least.
Jackson Dart
See what we got.
and the New York.
When the
Football
box
Giants.
picks Jets, the Jets cover. I think the box
Oh.
picking the Jets is has a good rating.
Come on, buddy.
That's why I knew when it came out last week. I was like, it's gonna be a good week. Oh wow. Rams.
The Rams.
So Eagles, Seahawks, Rams. And that's going to close out the week 4 picks. I'm going to do Sunday morning. I'm going to do another show for props and tutties. I'm starting to lean more into props just because I feel like this fucking trying to catch these lines against the spread has just been so
it's
wacky.
crazy.
I feel like I get a edge that I feel more confident in when it comes to
Right.
touchdowns and or like
Props.
just props. Like
I feel you.
DK Metcalf to score a touchdown in that Seattle game where Pittsburgh got beat was the was such a sure thing. Like, I knew he was going to score a touchdown. He wasn't not going to score a touchdown against Seattle, especially with Aaron Rodgers, who cares about that type of shit, and he's going to feed his man until he gets a tutty. Like,
True.
That's why
a good point.
I was so mad about but obviously I wasn't really doing stuff like that because I was at the game. But 2 weeks ago with the Bills and Elijah Moore against the Jets, I was like, early in the week I was like, yo, that I got to go with that pick to score a touchdown because I feel like that's something that teams are kind of cognizant of or whatever, like on the low, especially especially with players. Like, obviously the big name players, but I feel like with players that they can kind of sneak under the radar and kind of make a play for or two, I feel like those, like, they always kind of try to stick it. Because if I'm not mistaken, he scored a touchdown when he was on the Browns 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken as well.
yeah, I
against
think
the
you're right
Jets.
about that.
Yeah, so
That's
I was
like
just like,
when Rex Ryan made this guy the captain with the Bills after he punched Gino in the face.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, I was so mad about it when he scored the touchdown that I was like, fuck, man. That was an easy. It had to be at least plus 360, something like that. So I was tight about that.
Right.
Well, we'll keep it going again this week. Until then, until Sunday, I will be back on Sunday. Until then, we say sayonara.